Setting your axles in place. Axle holes are pre-drilled and allow an easy slide into place. You need to use some glue, or better yet, use the blue industrial adhesive we supply to hold the axles firmly. Pull off a small bit of adhesive about the size of the axle head. Roll it into a ball. As you work it in your fingers, it becomes warmer and more pliable and, and a little more sticky too. Remove the axle and smash the ball into the axle hole. Press it in with your thumb. Press it until you can see a little depression. You know you've pushed it real good and the adhesive is fairly thin on what's left on the surface. Carefully take your fingernail or a knife and remove the excess ball, leaving as much as possible still in the axle hole. Remove any blue residue by rolling a ball of adhesive over the area and it will pick up any smears. It may also pick up a bit of the surface adhesive over the hole. Now this area is almost clean. We still have a bit of blue around the axle hole that we might roll that ball a little more over it to clean that up. Now the area is clean. Rub your finger back and forth to smooth and depress any blue adhesive that might have been popped up by the rolling ball. As you push in a back axle, keep a steady pressure both into the body and also up towards the top of the body to seat the axle in the top of the hole for perfect alignment. Place the wheel on the axle and slowly push the axle in. You want to let the adhesive get drawn down into the axle hole and stick on the outside of the axle. Just after you start to push the axle in, stop and see if any blue adhesive is mushrooming up out of the axle hole. If so, remove the axle and push that blue stuff back on in that hole. You do not want any adhesive on the surface to stick to the wheel. Always do a spin test to see that your surface is clean and the wheel spins freely. You should get a smooth resistance gripping the axle as you push it in all the way, except for whatever gap you like to run. If it starts to slide in without any resistance, remove the axle and add more blue adhesive in the hole and repeat. The strange looking slot is for the fourth wheel. It can either be up in the air for a three-wheel car or carefully positioned to be a four wheels rolling and still be a fast rail runner. We cover how to do that in a different video. This slot makes our floating axle and it needs a lot more adhesive in that slot than in the small axle hole. Here's the slot after we've scraped off the excess, but it still needs to get cleaned up. Here's the slot after we scraped off the excess, rolled the ball of adhesive over it, and then we smoothed it with a finger. It's now ready to insert your axle, whether you want a three-wheeler or a four-wheeler. The end.